Hi, everyone. I wanted to welcome you to the class. I'm Mark Szymanski, and I'll be the professor for technological learning environments. Some of you I know because I've had you for classes before, and some of you are new. So, welcome, everyone. And I wanted to take this opportunity to do a little screencast to talk about some of the resources and kind of frame out what I've got in place, what we can expect and to explain things a little bit, even though it's all in writing. A little bit of explanation often helps. So, anyway, this is the website that we'll be working on. It's the website I'm going to use for the class. The way that I run the class is by building the website along with the class. And so I've got the projects mapped out for the class, and I'll introduce each one of them one at a time. We'll go through each one of them. And over the course of time in the course, the projects build on themselves. So it's an opportunity for you to kind of build your skills, for me to make some connections, and to personalize your learning in lots of ways. And I'll talk about that as we move through the course. That's one of the advantages of technology, is that it's really allowed us and it's changed education in many ways because it's allowed us to personalize learning for each other. So if you look at the first page of the website itself, is going to be a blog page. And so before and after every project and other times between those, I'll make blog posts and notify you that I've got something up, either something uh, that I learned about after your assignments were turned in, or something I'm thinking about before, or something I read about and tweeted about, something I learned from you all. So it all changes, but I like to use a blog feature for this particular class. So specifically, as I walk through the first page, you can read through it in the first post, but I've got the course syllabus up here, and let me walk through that a bit for you. I've got it on the tab here. Let me go back. There we are. And so it's got all my contact information, as you'll see. And my office hours are Mondays 3 to 4:30, Wednesdays 9:30 to 11, and those are all online office hours at Google Hangouts. So if you take that link right there that you see, it's right here, and you'll see me on the camera, and you'll be able to join me on a Hangout there. And go. We can. I'll be available, so you can click on that link and just pop in, and I'll be there to answer questions, talk to you, etc. If you'd like to make an appointment, that you just want some personal time, one-on-one between the two of us, talk specifically about something, I'm happy to do that as well. So just let me know, and we can go there. The messaging feature of the website, or the blog itself, works well. I'll go back and show you that in a bit. The course description, the course itself, you can read through it, is really designed to teach you and help you understand about integrating technology into education. So, as you're really well aware, lots of changes have happened in the last 20 years. It's changed schools, it's changed the way we live our lives. And so this particular course is to support you integrating technology into your teaching and learning. The course goals are there. I've taken them right from the International Society for Technology and Education Standards. And they center on a couple major ideas. There are indicators from that particular link right there. You can take that URL and paste it and go to the website. But ISTE has looked at, designing education learning experiences for students so they can become, and for you in general as a student in this class, that you're an empowered learner, that it's your responsibility to identify what you want to learn, how you want to learn it. I've got things in place, but you all come from different backgrounds and different experiences, and I want you to take responsibility for thinking about what you want to learn and where you're at in your learning, and I can support you in that. That you're a digital citizen, that you understand the rights and responsibilities of living in a digital world. We'll learn all about that, how you'll communicate that with your students. Also, the course goal is that you're a knowledge constructor, that you're building your own understandings, you're creating things, you're designing meaningful learning experiences for yourself and your students. You're an innovative designer, that I want you to think about the work that you're doing as design work in many ways, that you're going to solve problems by creating new, useful, or imaginative solutions to things. They can be very simple tools, but it's the way you think about and design things that can be the most powerful. Being a computational thinker, that you employ strategies for understanding and solving problems in ways that utilize this technology, that you're a creative communicator, and that you're a global collaborator. And that's one of the things with the web that we've learned is that we're connected to the world now, and so we can try to figure out ways to help our students understand that as well. It strongly impacts your teaching. The course structure and the approach is there. You can read through it. But as I said earlier, every project that I have in class, I'll post on a page. I'll put a blog post up and send you a reminder for the next project. And every project has a description. I'll go through that one in a bit here. Like I said earlier, the course is designed for your own personalized learning. And so you're going to need to learn from others, use technology to support yourself, let, make choices, let your students make choices in the work that you design. And it's sort of a building process as we move through this. So so there's a lot of onus on you to think about that. The requirements for the class, that you complete the projects on time when they're due. You only need access to the web and a computer or a tablet. There are no books or things to purchase for the class. Please communicate with me early and often so we can work together to plan and support your work. If you're running into difficulty, or if you need specific things, or have interests or modifications to projects, I love doing that kind of stuff. So I really would want to support you in all of that, making your work meaningful for yourself, but also guiding you in a way where you're learning some new things as well. But that all happens if we just communicate early and often, and that'll be the best way that'll work out. I'll be posting resources for each project, and they'll be ranged from blogs to lessons to professional development opportunities to web pages, etc. The project schedule is right here. Every project that I have for the class, there are 8 of them total, and they're all listed right there, as you can see. They all have due dates. It's going to be every week starting February 13th, and then the last April 3rd to the 17th. The last project is a choice project, and you'll have 2 weeks to complete that. And so we'll design that together just as we move through the course. Some of your questions and understandings will come out, and we'll figure out how that works. The grading scale, a minimum of 7 projects have to exceed criteria to get an A, and 1 has to meet out of the 8. To get a B, 5 projects and have to exceed the criteria, and 3 have to meet. And then less than 5 projects exceed criteria, and all 8 projects meet criteria. So I'll give you feedback on all of those as we move along through the class. Below here are the university policies on students with disabilities, incompletes, grade changes, safe environment policy, academic integrity. So you can read through those and let me know if you have any questions. So let me go back to the website real quick. And if we click to, I just want to go through the front a bit. I've got a survey here that I'd like you to take. And so you can click on that survey, and it's a Digital Learning and Me survey. And I've got some questions that you can answer there. And I'll let you look at those on your own. I'll take your time to read through them. But they're basic questions about your experiences using technology and how that applies in your life. Okay. And getting back here, the way we're going to communicate is on this website. So if you have a comment, if you want, and I'll show you on the project page actually, below here says leave a comment. And that means leave a comment, like ask a question, anything you want to do to communicate with me in writing. This is where I'd like it to have happen. I'll get a message that says that you've got a comment for me or a question for me. I'll get to it and get back to you. It works through our emails. So you'll see things coming into your email from me. But there's also a Remind app that I'm going to be using with you. And as you'll see, there's a, if you haven't used Remind yet, let me go back and open the tab here. It's an app that you'll go to that website, put in this code K4EKHF, and you'll be added to the class. And then I will send out messages to you, and it's an app, so you can put it on your mobile device if you want and have it as a notification. You can have it sent to your email. You can determine how you would like to receive messages from me. But this will keep us off of email and me communicating directly with you via this app. And it's a private app between those of us in the class. And the only way that I can get you messages is through here. Specifically, other people can't send you messages through this, as I'm in control of it. So I'm going to give this a shot with this class. I've used it before in other ways, and I like it. It seems to be a nice, efficient way to do this. So if I go back to my page here, the first task you have, as I said, is to do project 1. And so project 1 is building your professional learning network. You'll see it on the syllabus. The essential question is, how can my professional learning network support my teaching and technology integration? And as you read through the project, I'll just paraphrase, but the goal of the project is for you to establish your professional learning network. That means connecting with professional agencies that you're interested in. For instance, if you're going to be a math teacher, the National Council for Teaching Math has a website, and they have lots of support for classroom resources and ways to problem solving for 21st century learners. So all of these professional organizations are great ways to start to understand how people in your field, teachers and educators, are building for the future and integrating technology into teaching and learning. And so what you're going to do is you're going to go to a professional organization and other resources that you want, and you're going to create a blog post that describes your blog post is going to be, you're going to select or answer some of these questions below here, which is really what kind of valuable resources, communities, apps, or ideas have I found to support my teaching. You could write about what the role of technology, what other teachers are saying about the role of technology in their teaching from these professional organizations. What are some cool, clever, and creative resources? What are some simple and practical resources that you found? And so what you're going to do is you're going to create a blog post that answers those questions and describes sort of the building of the foundation or the starting of your professional learning networks. What are you learning so far about the folks who are doing things in your field? The second project, as I said up top, is you're going to build a website, your teacher website, for our next project. So you'll take this and post that on there. But for now, I want to keep it simple, and I just want you to get out there, look into your professional organization, write a blog post, but post it in a Google Doc. And so I say here specifically at this point, your blog post has to answer all the questions or some of the questions. You can read through the details there. But once you write your blog post, then you're going to submit it to me by sharing the Google Doc with me at that address. And it's due February 13th, 11:59. And if you have any questions, you can click the comment box below in this post. And it's actually not going because I'm in my editing mode, but let me go back to the site here and just visit the site, and I should be able to show you what that looks like. Leave a comment right there. So, well, anyway, that's my sort of overview for the course and the first project. So let me know if you have any questions. I'll be sending out the Remind messages over the Remind app in a bit. My office hours are listed, so I'll have office hours next week on Monday. And I look forward to hearing from you and meeting you and seeing what your answers are on those surveys. And we can begin to start the work in the class. So let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.